Greetings, I am Frozeman, and we'll be continuing on with our Minion Mage Arena deck today. So we're doing actually quite well with this deck at the moment, at the 4-0 mark, and we'll see if we can kind of push that any further. So let's start jumping into the first game. Okay, so we're against some Mage for this one. See how all this goes. Got 1, a 2, and a 3. Against the Mage, I will keep this, but I probably won't end up playing it. And if I'm not playing that, I'm not really playing this particular 2. I do want to keep that 2, so I might be cycling this 3. I'm going to test the Arvin Archer here. Now, I want to keep this in hand to corrupt it as much as possible, but that might be a greedy play. And depending on what I pick up, yeah. Okay, so I did draw 3 again back. See what my opponent does.
Prove your worth.
Okay, that's good. I didn't want to play this, so. Here, just ping face, because the minion I'll play next will probably deal with that anyway. I'm not planning to ping that down, because I got a 3, 4, 5 coming up. I'm probably not going to play the 4 unless I pick a better 4 from the deck, so see how this goes. This will be quite annoying once it gets broken, my opponent. Just because it'll give me a taunt, which I can kind of play a bit from behind that. And there's a better 4, so pop this out. So I didn't know about this sort of mechanic with this when cards that didn't start your deck cost 2 less, and because the corrupted cards get corrupted, they actually are not starting in your deck, meaning the fact that they can actually cost less. Now, with a Mage deck, I thought this was quite interesting, as well as also a Rogue deck, because there are some ones about that where you can play them. Not too sure about it yet, so I'll have to have a little think about if there's a deck design around that that would be quite interesting. So my opponent used a coin to make the trade there.
You can take my word for it.
They're going to be a little disappointed because unfortunately my deck doesn't have very many spells.
You want it? I got it.
There's no point in picking that one. I don't have that, so we'll just take the Arcane Insight card draw.
A stranger will offer you aid.
It's not bad 2-drop. I assume he's got one to play. Okay. I assume you're going to make the trade into both. You really should. Okay, I don't have a 6-drop, but I will play this to kill that off. Okay, and he's got 2 of those to play down for taunts. So the fact that my opponent played this on turn 5 would either show me that the rest of his cards in hand are more right into the reactive side, or are slightly bigger in drops. If he plays both of these, then I'm assuming he's got no sort of follow-up.
What adventure are you up to today?
Okay, he's got preemptive trade. What's he going to go for? Plague lands?
Plague lands?
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
I'm dazzling.
So I'm going to make the trade there.
You want it? I got it.
I'm going to pick this here because I probably want a ball clear after this goes off. And what I'm doing now is play the corrupted minion. Now, getting this out now kind of forces a response. the reason I did this now is the fact my opponent played a slow minion. So I'm going to force that to face. Again, because of the slow minion. You can ping this and then let the minion do its work, but then that's 6 mana he's got there. Okay. So he's going to force that face.
I've got the beast in my sight.
Big game hunter here. Play this as well. Play this, I get a card draw off it, and then push face. This is still... See, this is something I'm not too sure on if they've actually sort of split 2 enemies in 3 turns. They don't make it very obvious where this is in its cycle. So you can see that the writing on it is very small. So it's not like I can just see it and then it's like a number. Which I think for the dormant minions, it would be a good idea to change this lightning bolt just to a number. So you know, like, oh, in 2 turns it'll activate, or the countdown goes down. So if you've ever played things like Shadowverse, you know, like the countdown amulets, like that sort of mechanic makes it very obvious on how long these minions have to, or the amulets in that game, actually have to stay active for. So I think sort of a rework on these dormant side effects could be something useful. So you know, at least it tells like, okay, they need like this many. It's quite easy to figure out straight away. It's not going off next turn, but
Gotcha.
force that face, and then we'll play my 2 mana minion. This doesn't activate this turn, so next turn is the one to watch out for. I don't want to play too much on the board. I just want to probably play the big minion, and that's it. So in my opponent's position there, it was better for him to take the attack off the boards more than anything else. Okay, so I got 6, 7, 8, 9 with that, so I can kill that off. I can trade both these in, then use my board clear, which doesn't really do much.
What to do? What to do?
Get in there and fight, maggot! Gotcha. I'll take you with me.
Destroy these minions.
Time runs out on me.
I might get lucky leaving that on the board, so we'll play it.
What do you mean, play?
Oh, did that go quite fast? Interesting. So this is where my opponent, I believe, will probably play out the hand. They'll play lots of little stuff out while pinging this.
I wonder.
Okay, not quite. So I can play this out, it's got 14. We'll use 1, 2, 4, 9. And I can kill it, but can he kill it efficiently? Not really. I have to at least throw like 3 of these into it, which does whittle it down, and I could ping something else, which is probably what I should do.
What to do?
You call that a way?
Okay, so coming against some good quality decks now, and that's a slight problem. Okay. Is there a way that I can come out of this at the moment? So that deals with most of the board, but then this gets buffed, so I die to that anyway. And these two always survive, even with a ping.
I wonder.
I can do that and trade in something. Which then doesn't really deal much, so I can play this, which then I die to that. So it looks like the only thing I could probably is maybe draw into something. So do the cheap card draw first. This could give me a freeze, which would be quite nice.
You want it? I got it.
I don't get a freeze. Last wave does nothing. Okay, unfortunately it looks like this game is now GG. So I'll say well played to my opponent.
Well played.
So unfortunately that game is a loss there, and I will see you in the next one.